Yo, 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 welcome back, welcome back. All adverts have been watched. All things have been claimed. So, yeah, so now we're going to go in the mines. I wanted to save more, but, I do want to get the last lesson. So, I did make quite a lot of foods. It seems like some of them are gone. What was it though? I don't know. Not sure. But I think maybe one of them was pie crust. Not sure what the other one was, but we'll use it for later. Anyway, so let's get prepared for battle. And there's Pac-Man, being awesome as ever. So yeah, let's prepare for battle. Dun 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 dun. But you don't really battle yet, anyway. And also as well, by the looks of it, this has happened. Yay! So, and we saved up a lot of points. So good times. So what I'll do, because look, we got 10 now. Woohoo! So 10 battles. So what I'll do is I'll go in the mines first because I want to see if I can get this. Now, 10 freeze should be 30. And then that's only if I complete the mine itself. And yeah. So hopefully, let's go. Let's do this. Speed Demon. Now, I hate it when they put the bombs not somewhere where it's not meant to be bought. Hey, it's cool though. If they're in the middle, that is fantastic. Can I do it? Of course I can. So as you can see, if I do the dungeons, I get 3,200. So that's at least 40,000 right there. So, and if I'm lucky, I can find more keys. So the only way to get more keys at the moment is actually to, just be lucky, I guess. And try and get some. And then, yeah. And this one seems like it's got clocks. It seems like the ones with the clocks are the easy ones to do. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but the clock doesn't really do nothing. But if you got the speed and the power and whatnot, you can just use the extra few seconds to make a difference. So that's 6,400 straight away. So good times. So if all goes well today, I can get the last blessing for now. Now, I know what you're thinking, but if you've been watching the videos and stuff, you'll know what the blessings are. Now, the blessings, basically, when you first start playing the game, you get this stone monument where you can place your pickaxe. Now, you have to get to level 30 for it. Ooh, almost. You have to get to level 30 for it, and then every 20 or 10. So this, you put it in here, and then you get these. So if I can get more pickaxe speed, that would be nice. If I can get pickaxe power, that'd be even nicer. And then, yeah, so look, got 11,000 already. And we can use 3. So, cool beans. So, just need to try and get this sorted as best as possible. And as I say, guys, I watch the ads on purpose. You know, you do not have to watch the ads at all. The only time you have to watch an ad is if you are greedy, I guess, and you want more keys, more rubies, you know, all that sort of stuff. So if you want all that, then obviously you're gonna be watching the adverts. See, look, there's an extra key. Woo! So yeah, so you don't really have to watch the adverts. The only time you have to watch the adverts is when you want extra stuff. Like for instance, as you can see, I've got over 10 keys in the dungeons and in the mines. So, you know, every time you watch a video, you get 1 key. So, you know, 1 key is cool, but having about 1 million keys, that'd be amazing. Now, the only time when, like for instance, new players, right, they got a chance to get loads and loads and loads of keys. Their only problem is the power and the speed and all that stuff, just to try and get through the mine. However, if you do manage to do it, you get 10 rubies and a key. And if you manage to do that, then obviously you can get stronger and stronger, and then happy days. And then once you're like almost undefeatable, like kind of what I am at the moment, but you know, then possibly you can get everything. But as you can see, it does cut it quite close. Now remember, if you see a key on the floor, make sure you pick it up, because if you don't and you end up finishing the mine without time, like there you go, I just got 2 keys, then you won't be able to pick it up. Now when you finish the mine, it brings it all in like a magnet, which is nice. So, you know, and I think definitely today we will get, see look, this is the reason why the clocks are good. Look at that, extra 9 seconds, and I was able to put it on, and I got extra 2 keys from that, so woohoo. So let's do. And what we on? 27. So okay, that's 27,000. So I am trying my best to try and do it all, but as I say, the more power you bring into the mines, the better. But obviously, you know, the first couple of days before you go into the mines, obviously you want to use the freebie ones. You you only have to use the freebie ones, and then slight chance it's crazy. So yeah. However, back in the day, you new players now won't be able to do what we were able to do. Now, if you're hitting an ore at the end of the time, it will let you carry on. So most of the times, you're able to finish the mine while the title screen saying what's you've collected is happening. So yeah. So yeah, like for instance, when it says mine cleared, this bit here, you could be mining an ore, and for some reason it will let you have it, which is crazy. But yeah, so in a way there was kind of some glitches to the game back in the day, but they were good glitches. However, today, when you're trying to go through, it won't go as easy, but it still works-ish. See, look, 6, and then I got extra time. That's the reason why the clock ones are better than the TNT ones. Alright, let's see, how close are we now? So we need 10,000, and we got 3, so 3, so it should be enough, because it's 9,000 if I can finish all the mines. If I can finish the mines, that is. If I can finish the mines, I should have it. If I get an extra key, well, then I should definitely get it. So, yeah. Just gonna try and... like, obviously the TNT is better than the time. The only downside with the TNT compared to the time, right, is, well, you know, I could have probably broken through one of the blocks quicker than the TNT. And sometimes the TNT, right, is just worthless. Now, I know what you're thinking, well, why are you saying TNT's worthless? Sometimes it puts it in a place where there's only one ore, and you kind of have to break the ore to keep on going, because obviously you don't want to stand still, because if you stand still, then you know, I really hope that I get the next upgrade and the blessing in this next one. If I do, and I somehow find a key as well, that is my epic goal right there. You know, that would be fantastic. And see, look, I got time. See, look, that extra few seconds kicks it over. Now, hopefully, now we've got no more keys, so please, yes, 120. But look, it still says you can upgrade it, so, and look, now we can put this in here, and now we get 6. I don't really want to go too crazy, but King's movement speed, because I don't really want to waste all things, so take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Pickaxe upgrade. Come on, we want speed or power. Speed or power. Critical power. That might be good. I mean, that's what I use for the like, that's what I use for this one. So, you know, so that could be nice. And as I say, I want to try and Alright, let's see how I do with the dragons when I'm at full. At full health. The only downside of doing it like this, though, can we do... Okay, we can kill the sharks in 2. Which is a massive improvement. So let's just go through all with like we have now. So I think it's good critical power, but the only downside is having the critical power, right? It's not guaranteed. You see those red numbers? Yeah. Like my main power is 695. Yeah. But yeah, so, and remember that's only a blue one as well. So when I've got all the slots and I am like totally happy with everything, I will see, like for instance, all this doesn't really need power. It needs, I need speed in a way, because you know, the quicker I can get rid of stuff, the quicker I can get more stuff, you know, and then the quicker I can get them to get back up again, because most of all these things now are only like 1 hit. So unfortunately I want to do I want to try and find pickaxe speed. I don't care whether it's blue, green or pink or whatever. I just want to go through the whole, you know, and then we can try and get it through as best as possible. Because then the speed, it's like when we're killing the dragons, they won't be able to hit us more than once. You know, and it's all well and good, but if we take this off now, equip, unequip, equip, and put this on, put this on, put this on. Now, we've just improved a little bit, yeah, so now we can see what we get. So, so we'll see if we can still hit the shark with 2 hits, because that would be nice. If we can hit it with the 2 sharks, the sharks hit with 2 hits, then we are getting somewhere. But if we can't, then, you know, but it doesn't really matter how all this plays out, you know. Hey, I can still hit them in 2 hits, nice. So 695 is what you want to hit the sharks with 2. Now, Pac-Man did say he could hit the sharks in 1. So his next enemy to try and farm in 1 hit would be these golems. So there we go. So we are better. And plus, now we've got that power thing on there, there's a slight chance that we could get it anyway. So we'll see how much it goes. It was something like 900. So we'll see what happens when we hit something, and see what it was then. And if you manage to see it before me, can you write down in the comments what the red was when I changed my gear? Because yeah, I don't think I've seen it just yet, but then again, it was only like 10%, so I'm not too sure if it would be much anyway. It might be like about 700 maybe. But as you can see, the pickaxe speed just helps get them through, and it'll help in the mines as well. So you know, though that extra 2 seconds that was there will be 1 second now. But that's only for those mines. And plus, obviously when I go into the castle, I want to be putting the power and stuff. So, yeah. But that power doesn't always happen like every single swing, as you can see. So that's the reasons why pickaxe speed would be good. Like, see if we can see. Why don't you work all the time? Right. Sorry, I just wanted to see what was going on. I could hear loads of noises and whatever, which you can probably hear them as well, probably. But who knows? Right. So, because we're hitting something constantly, there's a slight chance it might happen. But as you can see, no red. And that's probably because I haven't got this one on. The chance. So it's not a good thing. Obviously, it's a great thing if I can get that chance up to 100%. You know, that means it'll be, well, like near enough every hit. But with this game, I'm not too sure about the percentages because we're on like 80% to get them automated. But yep, as you can see, they are still taking their sweet time. Like, obviously, some of them, you know, are able to do, but others, no. So it's kind of weird, because after like about 2 or 3 goes, they tend to stop. So it's a bit annoying, but it's fine. But I'm thinking pickaxe speed is definitely still the way to go. However, it is 6th time I've got to go through. So for the next couple of days, I've got to do that. Right, let's finish off this run. See, I haven't got any reds yet, so that critical power isn't really working for me. Whereas the speed, ooh, that is going down really, really nice. And just remember, the more speed you have, the quicker you can do things. Like, obviously, my main one at the moment is the dragons maybe the golems, but everything else is, well, just piss easy. Now, yes, that sounds all good and stuff, but as I said, if you go into the mines, and you go into the castle, you want the speed. Now, obviously, the power will gain over time. Like, as you can see, I can kill the shark in 2 hits now. So, you know, which is nice. So, yeah. So, happy days. But yeah. So, mental. So I'm going to try and stop this video, yeah. And then we're going to be doing the dungeons. It'll only be 10 things, but they might be kind of boring. So, or we could just keep the video going and then I have to try and trim it down. So, you know. Alright, so yeah, so, pickaxe power. See, that's the one you want. Chance. Come on, speed. Chance to generate 1 emerald with every each. That'll be quite nice, but with 1. See, that's another good one, but it's only 0.5. Pickaxe upgrade, go, cut now. Pickaxe, no. Come on, pickaxe. Come on, pickaxe. Gain gold from sales. Yeah, see. There we go. There we go. Pickaxe speed. Yes, please. Now we got extra 10%. Woohoo! Obviously, one day we'll have to try and go for the purples, but you know, or the golds, whatever the highest is. But as you can see now, you'll definitely see when we're hitting the dragons in the next 2 seconds. We are going to be speedy as ever. So that's 30, that's 60 already. Yeah. And then 15, so that's 75%. Now clearly the speed is great, but obviously you want the power, but the more hits you can get, the better it is going to be. So I don't know. I definitely know that it was better than the critical power. Now the critical chance, however, yes. Obviously, it won't really affect all the other things, but mainly I can just walk around. Yeah, that's it in 5. So that's a bit annoying. But I can just basically walk around, not stopping, and then be hitting everything. You know, and obviously that's one of the perks to the speed. Ugh. I think that might have happened in one of the updates where for some reason they put too much in and for some reason it's too fast. So every time we go to load in to one of the sections, like for instance when we walk across that bridge, it might not let us hit the pig straight away. So sometimes the teleporting isn't really good, but I think the reasons why it's doing that as well is because loads of things are happening at one point. Like for instance, everything is growing, everything is being automated, everything is growing, you know, so, and then I'm hitting and killing and making things appear. So there's loads that's happening. So let's finish off the run, and then we'll end it there. And then we'll see. And that's not all the speed that we got though, because we got, I think it's, so give us a second. So we'll finish off this run, which we've only got the wheat, chickens and cows, and then we'll hit the trees again, and then happy days. But, and then we'll come back and we'll go into the dungeon, and unless I do something really, really stupid, I should get 10 wins. And I've been trying to save some of the things, because there is one that says produce wood. Now I'm not too sure what it means. I know what it means. You know, it's going to produce wood, but I don't know how it works. So if you go and study in Kingdom, and it's max now, but it says produces +3 additional wood from trees. Now, is that for this bit, or is that just hitting one of these trees? Like, say for instance, we got 3,000. So I think that does. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So that means the wood, every time I hit 1 with my swing axe, with my card, I'm getting a chance, 35% chance to get an extra piece of wood. And then with just hitting, so 3, 3, 3. So every time I'm hitting wood now at a tree, I'm getting 4, I think. So that's kind of nice. So look at all that wood. And then, so 3, 3, 3. So it's about 200 that I just grabbed from there. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Only if that worked for the ores, that might be a bit more nicer. So then you wouldn't have to go into the mines as much as possible. You don't have to go in the mines at all, you know. So all you need to do is just have this one on and hope that it changes it. But yeah, we'll wait until this is done. We've got 3 cooking spaces. So let's see what we can cook. Can we cook any dragon? We can cook 12. Can we cook any burgers? We can cook 245. Yes, please. Can we cook any caviar? We can. And so I think the tomato sauce might have gone. So that's probably the reason why we're able to cook so many burgers. Yeah, no, we're still 139. It's nice. However, we are missing that grey one. So I could stop that one, stop that one, put that in there, get that there, and then make it 1. Actually, screw it, just stab it, and then we can then cook it all later on. But yeah, that's all that there. We just spent like 500 things. Before we go, let's use the pearl. That's a nice one. Need some gems. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was meant to take a picture of that one. Oops. Never mind. Right. So yeah, that's gonna be it for there. And then I'll come back in a bit, and then we'll do the dungeons. So I'll see you in 2 seconds.